soap standing under the doorway here. Wow. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Good morning and happy Monday. Gosh, it feels like I just said that like 10 minutes ago. Maybe I did in my head. No, I am not kidding you when I say I needed maybe one more day of weekend because I'm not done. I'm not done with everything. I mean, that's typically the way it goes, right? But one more day, I'd have been closer to the goals. Anyway, well, I'm not kidding. I was gonna say just kidding, but I'm not. Hold, please. Be real careful with the knife today, because if you watched my last video, it fell. But the good news was the dog was nowhere to be found, and my toes were safe. So Monday, this morning, I'm gonna go in and make some copies. I am going to make copies of the Centers book for my Not So Wimpy Kid Centers. And those are math. And we started talking about Centers last week, but I did not do a great job of that. Just say that. I used the time, we did talk about Centers and center-like behavior, but then I used that 40 minutes to finish other things. So it was the first week. So, you know, this week I'm gonna be better. Today's Purple Day. If you remember, on Friday, I wore my Embrace the Chaos shirt. So Friday we embraced it. Today we're coordinating it. Oh, that's funny because probably not gonna happen. But anyway, I am, okay. When I say I'm ready for the week, don't take that literally or anything like that. But I did do some work this weekend, and I'm looking forward to past August when I'm not doing, well, okay. In my brain, I'm not doing as much work. In my head, it's gonna work out that way. Front loading a bunch of stuff so that I have a little bit more downtime on the weekends. And honestly, in the evenings, after school, I feel like, well, no, I worked, but I don't feel like it was excessive every day. So there's that. And I wouldn't have to work if I didn't mind things not being as perfect as I can make them. And if I did not mind like really kind of being under the gun at work and running around faster than I already do, I could leave some things, but I don't like that. That's not how I operate best. So I do lots of work here at the homestead, but that is just how I personally prefer to work at work, how things run at work. I don't like surprises as far as, oh no, I'm not ready. Don't like those kind of surprises. If you were to send me, say, a vat of coffee, that'd be a great surprise. But, or, you know, chocolate, but no, you know what I'm saying. I don't like there to be unknowns. That's what it is. Unknowns at work. I don't like it. This is really good. I made it yesterday. I guess it was afternoon. I put ginger in it this time. So good. And ginger is so good for you. It's good for digestion. It's good for, I don't know what else specifically, but I know it aids in digestion. And I'm gonna say immune. Why not? I can say anything I want, whether or not it's true. Just kidding. I am so punchy this morning. Did I sleep? Yeah, I did. I got sleep I started falling asleep around 11, and that's kind of typical for Sunday. Actually, it's very good for Sunday, but this weekend I entered grades. I'm graded up. I have everything that they've turned in graded. The only bummer part is that I had 7 kids out on Friday, and I'm hoping that that was mostly due to the storm and not illness, because that means they will be back today. Power and everything was restored on Friday, early morning. So hopefully all are well. And that's about it. So I'm gonna go in today. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do about when things aren't done and the student is absent. And this sounds like a small problem. It used to be a much smaller problem than it seems to be lately. Can you hear me? Hope so. With the whole pandemic life and all that kind of stuff, we got into a habit of, well, when I say we, it seems like students got into the habit of, oh, I'm gone, sorry. You know, maybe I'll make things up, maybe I won't. And we kind of had to roll with that because so many quarantines, so many out with illness, we just had to do what we had to do. Now that that is mostly in the rear view, I mean, it's not, the pandemic's still here, but it's more selective few, I would say. That was my toe. Just got a sneeze on my toe. Anyway, I want to hold people accountable for when they're out for non-health reasons, that you still have to do the work you missed. 3rd grade's hard that way because it's the first time that that is a thing in the grade book. So, I mean, for a letter grade. So if you have any great ideas, please let me know. It's gonna be a case-by-case basis, I'm guessing, but I don't like that. I like, well, I mean, it is what it is. So anyway, have a great Monday, and I will see you after school. Here we have a dragon in the wild. Hello, wild bearded dragon. We're watching you eat your salad, Monroe. Oh my gosh, I did a good job today. I could tell because you're yumming it up. That is some good stuff. You, my friend, are gorgeous. Look at that bearded dragon. She's majestic. Okay, bye. It is after the day on Monday. We not only survived, we thrived today. Did we though? Yeah, we did. We did. We did a great job. We used computers for the first time, both the ones in the classroom and those who had theirs at home and brought them. They're bringing them back and forth. So we got to do that. We read a cool book I'll show you about in a minute. Yeah, that made sense. It didn't when I heard it. We had some, it's not Dibbles, but it's Dibbles-like testing, if you know what that is. It's basically having the kids read out loud with adults to check for fluency. I'm not sure if there was a comprehension component to this one, but that's what they did with some of our reading specialists and some volunteers. So that kind of goofed our day up a bit because it was happening when we were doing other things, so the other things had to kind of get put on the back burner, which was okay. It happens, and it'll give us good information about the kids. So I'll show you a little bit of what we did today. Okay, so this is the book we read. I read them, The Jelly Donut Difference, and it is really cute. It's about a family who is having a dinner get-together, and they notice that their neighbor is, they needed to borrow some eggs. So they went next door to their neighbor, and they realized she's all alone. And where is she? Okay, I think I have not. Okay, here we go. So they noticed how different her house was from their own. It was quiet and no yummy smells coming out of the house with, you know, meals being prepared. So they invited her to dinner, and then she told them a story about how they had a family tradition, and they made jelly-filled donuts called punchki, and there's the word in Polish, I believe. And so anyway, it's just a nice story about how they befriended their neighbor, invited her over, and then they made her some of the punchki. Am I saying it right? I think I am. I kept referring back to the key so that I would know how to say it. And then they made her a family of snowmen too. So it was just about being kind. And then that is the only part we got through. Today was the read aloud, and then we're going to do some things that go with it tomorrow. Okay, so these are what we're going to do that goes with it. It was from that same bundle that I bought. Character change. How did the kids act in the beginning of the story, in the end? And again, I would call those feelings, but we'll talk about how traits and feelings can kind of go hand in hand. They're going to answer what causes them to change. Then here we have what acts do not show kindness in the story. The two kids are twins and they're bickering quite often, and so that would be what does not show kindness. And then what do they do to show kindness? And that was, of course, the things that they did for their neighbor. Then we all get to, whoops, I'll pick that up in a minute. We all get to create our own donut design and write a little something about it. It'll just be for fun. And that is what we're going to do as a tie-in to the Jelly Donut Difference. We also did this, I am covering the name as best I can up here. We also did this as a way to practice our center time today. This is from I will put a picture of it. Oh, I can't think right now. Rooted in Reading. There we go. It says right there. Rooted in Reading by Hope King and Amy Lemons. And this is just a passage that was included with Spaghetti on a Hot Dog Bun, the book. I am going to read that later in the week, but this is not specific to that story at all. It's just a fiction passage that goes with that unit. So we did this as a way to practice what we do, how we do it when we're working on our center time. And lastly, we didn't actually start them today. I'll show you more tomorrow when we actually get to them, but we are starting our math centers. This is from Unit 1 Back to School, centers 1 through 10, and this is from Not So Wimpy Teacher. And I am using these ginormous bags because it just makes sense to me in case some of the activities have larger components, then they will go in there. I just taped the numbers to the outside. They're laminated and cut, and I taped them to the outside of the bags with some packing tape, and all of them are ready to go. I'll show you what the kids use to record. Okay, so the kids are going to use these little books that come with the product, and these are their Math Center recording books. Now, of course, this didn't copy exactly right. It did, but it skipped a page. So I have pages 1, 2, 3, and then this page that was supposed to be 4, 5, 6, 7. It just didn't go through the copier. Of course, did I notice it before I stapled all 35? No, I did not. So I'll just stick an extra page in there. No big deal. And then 8, 9, and 10. And then as the kids get them finished, I'm going to probably just have them cross them out instead of hole punch them. And that is what we're doing for centers. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm just watching Monroe watch me right now. She's like, lady, salad, come on. I ended kind of abruptly yesterday because my coworker came in and said, let's go. So I did. This morning, well, actually last night, I was working on some stuff on the computer when I started to get a really bad headache, just like a dull aching headache. So I chose to quit working and go to bed. So I did. Didn't go to sleep, I just went to bed and actually laid there with my eyes shut. But then I watched some videos, read a tiny bit, and went to bed. I don't even remember. It was probably before 11 though, because I don't remember seeing 11 anything. So I woke up with the same headache. It's not quite as bad, but it's my jaws are really tight, and that's never good. So am not with it this morning, and it's late. It's already 6:30, but that's okay. That's early. I just like to be very early, so it's fine. Tonight is also our curriculum night. And so I will be there until after 6 tonight. And it's also family game night after that, but I don't think they need any additional help. Some people signed up to work it. And so I just told the title teacher that if we need extra, I will stay. But I'm kind of hoping she doesn't, because if I feel like this, if I feel better, that's a whole nother story, but I don't feel great. So yep, head hurts. Going to finish this salad here, and then I'm gonna get myself out the door. I just need to grab my lunch. I already have my coffee and my water. I need to grab my drinks and my lunch and then head out. So I will try to catch up with you today after school. It's gonna be a long one though, so it might be weird, and I don't know. But have a great rest of your day, and I hope to also, and I'll catch up with you soon. Hello, end of day Tuesday. I just got back from out at parent pickup because one of my students got a new puppy, and so I had to go out and see her, of course. She's adorable. Penelope the poodle. You're the cutest. Anyway, it makes me want a puppy, but no. 2 dogs, 2 tortoises, and a bearded dragon is plenty for right now. Anyway, we did not do really anything that I can share today because we did our iReady test. It was a blast. We're not done, and that was just the reading one. We still have the math one to do. Yay, tomorrow. It just stinks because they're long and they're not fun for the kids. And the reason they're not fun and they're long is because they're supposedly putting them into the correct level book that they're or not book, but reading level that they're at. So that's why it takes a long time. It has to go through, it's intuitive or whatever they call that. So anyway, it's long. That's what I call it. So we're going to be doing that again tomorrow. So nothing new to share today except for the fact that I'm very shiny and hot and tired. So I'm going to go. We also have our curriculum fair tonight at 5. So I have an hour and 45 minutes, right? 3:15, 4:15. Yeah, 5 o'clock. Did that math right in the old noggin, and got to get some stuff ready for that. So I will catch up with you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and I'm saying this with happiness because I'm tired and I feel like I need a sleep in that the weekend will give me. And it cracks me up that I can be washing anything in the sink, but the dog knows when I'm washing the mustard greens. Cracks me up. I don't know. Dogs are very intuitive that way. Yesterday we had our I keep saying it wrong, not learning fair, our curriculum night. And it wasn't a good turnout overall. I had 1 student and parents come out of 28, so that was not great. We seem to have this issue every year, and I feel like it's just kind of a random event that doesn't, I don't know, it's so close to the beginning of the year maybe, and parents feel like, this was literally, yesterday was our 10th day of school, and I think parents just feel like, I was just there. I just met the teacher. I just got her or his letter telling me what they were doing for the year, so I don't feel like parents really feel the need to come in again, and I get that because it's not any different. And we just set out our books. Third grade, as of yet, does not have our curriculum for reading, but we're told that it's coming, so hope so. Sorry, I had to wash my hand off. So anyway, it just wasn't a great turnout. We also had, it looked like it was going to be pouring rain. There was thunder. Anyway, it did probably rain, just not, it didn't pour, so it just sprinkled a little bit. But anyway, that can deter people who are walking, you know, for sure, because a lot of our families live right across the street, you know, so they're not gonna hop in a car, they're just gonna walk. So that could have deterred some people. Anyway, today's Wednesday, it's our early release day. We have district PD, professional development, if you don't speak teacher. Anyway, not even sure what I'm taking today as far as a class, but gonna sign up for that. And then with any time remaining, hi baby, my puppy's giving me kisses. With any time remaining, I will just be working in the room. I feel pretty good about being caught up with grading, not entering in grades. I did enter in grades over the weekend, but I need to, you know, obviously every week. So I haven't entered in any new ones from yesterday or the day before, but that's typical. I usually do them in one lump at the weekend. But yeah, so far so good as far as being sort of caught up. And I hope I didn't just jinx myself. No. But I'm tired. Being there late is hard because we didn't leave till after 6, and I was there at 6:30 or 6:45, and you know, just a long day. So if we had a nurse's schedule where it was 3 shifts, I'd be on board. But 5 shifts and then work the weekend, it's long. Anyway, I'm going to finish up this salad from Monroe. My voice is still waning. It's just, you know, touch and go. So sorry, the weather isn't helping and the career isn't helping. So, you know, the voice thing, but I feel fine. And today is Black Day for our kindergartners. Boy, that was a tough one for me. I don't have a little bit of black in my closet or anything. So wearing a black shirt, I had lots of choices, but this one was right in front of me, so I picked it. I am going to head out as soon as I get this salad done. I already have my coffee, my lunch, my water. So I'm gonna be an early bird today. It's only 6:15. I will talk to you later at school. Really quick before I leave, I was gonna show you what I did last night when I got home. I made some ice packs. We have a lot of injuries, and sometimes they're just small enough that if I had ice, they would be good. So I made these with isopropyl alcohol, easy for me to say, rubbing alcohol. And you put 1 part alcohol to 2 parts water, I believe. I just kind of eyeballed it, but that makes it so they don't freeze super solid, so that they can, you know, mold to whatever part of the body the kiddos need it for. I triple bagged them, so I put the water in a baggie, poured the alcohol in, zipped it, tried to get air out of it. Then I put it in a baggie upside down so that the part that opens would be at the bottom of the bag. Then I did that again, upside down again. So we'll see. I don't expect them to last forever, but I made a bunch and I'm going to take some into our nurse's office. These were in the freezer all night. Maybe I put too much rubbing alcohol in them, or maybe because they were sandwiched between a couple other things. Anyway, I did them late. It was like 8 o'clock or something. Anyway, I'm going to take these in, but just something to think about if you have a little fridge in your classroom. Mine has a very tiny freezer, but enough to get a few of these in. Hello and happy Thursday. Yay. Anyway, today's pink day at school. This is not only one of my favorite quotes, but it's a comfy pink shirt. And look what I got in the mail. Can you see it? I hope you can. I'll turn all the way around. It was from Shein. I'd never ordered anything from there. But I ordered quite a bit, as it turns out. Whoops, late night shopping. I have all kinds of hair clips now from them, fun ones. And I got this color, pink, and two other, like a lighter turquoise and a deeper teal color. And I really like them a lot. So I was very excited to get them. And then I got a bunch of other, just the regular square clips. And they look like the same quality I would have gotten anywhere else. And I'm sure, you know, maybe they're not, but very cheap. I think it was like $3 for a whole package. This was $1. $1. Anyway, I ordered some clothes as well. Some were great, like really good, and some not. So the price is, and I don't support throwing away clothes because I go to thrift stores. I go, not so much for clothes, but every once in a while. But the throwaway culture, I don't support that. However, and I won't, if they're not broken, I won't throw them out. I'll either donate them or keep wearing them. But they're cheap. They're cheaply made. I mean, a lot of them were. But they were like $8 for a pair of pants or $10. And they're kind of, it reminds me of something I would be capable of sewing. Like legs, seams, waistband, done. They're like home ec projects. Anyway, but then I ordered a couple shirts and they're nice, like the quality and the fabric. And so I kind of think my assessment of Shein is that it's hit or miss. But I got a couple cute things, so I'm happy. And it was very, very good price. I overestimated on the greens. Not like me at all. Anyway, oh, hold on. I have a dog waiting. Duh. Sorry, Archer. Okay. Then, let's see, what else was I going to say? Got my Shein order. Still no curriculum in sight for reading, so that's a bummer. But we're doing just some more of our, you know, kind of SEL type, how do you treat other people kind of books. So we have yet one more week of that, probably more. After that, we're thinking, honestly, after next week, which will be week 4 of school with no official reading curriculum, which was okay up through this week because we do the beginning of the year lessons before you get to the curriculum. But we're kind of at a pausing point now, not until really tomorrow, but we are thinking, since we do have one-to-one computers, we are going to go ahead with Unit 1 in Benchmark, and we will just use the computers. It will be different, but we can make it work. So that's what we're thinking we're gonna do. So we don't wanna, it's not wasted time, but I don't wanna wait. It's waiting time, and I'm just not a good waiter in so many ways. But anyway, that is what is upon us for next week. I did a little bit of lesson planning last night with my slides. I am really enjoying having the slides. They're a great focusing tool for me, and Lord knows I need that. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Gonna finish the salad. It's an orange pepper kind of day. And then I'm gonna get going to school. I've got to drink a whole lot of green juice. That's so good. I think I told you I put ginger in it this week. Oh, so yummy. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later at school. Hello, end of day Thursday. I have to hustle out because we have a meeting in about 7 minutes. So I'm just going to show you really quick what we were going to do today that I hope we get to tomorrow. Again, the reason we did not get to it is because of testing. Don't get me started. So, okay, we're reading The Jelly Donut Difference, which I'll show you the book in just a second. But this goes with it. This was from the bundle I bought. I may have even showed you this before. I hope not. But I feel like we're in repeat day mode over and over. So I may pick or choose just one of these because we are really behind. But we have traits in the beginning, traits in the end. I kind of feel like that should say feelings, but that's okay. We'll talk about the difference again. Then they get to create their own donut design and write about it. So I'm kind of excited to see those. Then what we're also going to do when we practice our centers, this is another nonfiction this time article about school buses, and it's by Rooted in Reading, Amy Lemon, just no S, and Hope King are the authors of this product. So that is what we're going to hopefully get done tomorrow. And that about wraps it up today. There was not much time for anything else. So I'm going to run out to my meeting and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning. Happy Friday. We made it. Oh, I love you, Friday. It was a good week, but just busy with, it wasn't my favorite week. It's because we did testing. And y'all know how I feel about a test. I mean, especially one that goes on for 4 days. This will be day 4, and we still have, I don't have very many left to finish. I think what I'm probably gonna do is send them 2 at a time into our pod to work. To see how that goes. Anyway, I have 5 left to finish a reading test, plus one that's been absent all week. So not counting that because I don't think she's gonna be back today. So Monday, if she's back, then we'll go from there. I'm not worried about it. And then I have 3 left to finish their math. So not bad, but it is bad because this is day 4. Come on. And the test just goes on and on. It's not the kids' fault. A little bit it could be because they get bored and they get tired of reading questions. And it is the iReady test, which is a computer-based test, and it's I can't remember the word they use. It's preemptive, or I don't, that's not it, but can't think of the word, but it bases the questions on how the students are answering. Does that make sense? I can't think of the word. Anyway, so if the students are getting the questions correct, then it will give them increasingly difficult questions, I believe, until it finds their level at either reading or math. Man, does my head hurt today. I started to get a migraine last night. I was working on lesson plans and my slides for next week, and I finished and went to bed and just listened to my book a little bit. Did I tell you what I'm listening to? I don't think I did. I'm listening to A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'll put a picture. It is by no means a new book, but it is new to me. Not even new to me. I've seen it around everywhere for years. I don't know how many years, but it's not my kind of book. It's a fantasy, but I wanted to put myself out there a little bit and try something new, a new genre. And I'm not hating it by any means, but I'm not loving it. So I'm going to finish it. And there are many sequels. I want to say there's like 6 additional books. A Court of da-da-da, and it's well written. It's very well written. It's just, I'm not a fantasy girl. And so I just wanted to give it a shot anyway. But if you're into fantasy, I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I would say it's probably very, very good. it's about fairies and humans and their different realms and how they get along or don't get along. So I'm listening to that. So I tried to listen a little bit to that last night, but this headache is bad. So I'm thinking it's going to be an Excedrin sort of day. I take Excedrin migraine, and that usually will at least make the headache bearable. We'll see. Right now it's bearable, so it doesn't get worse. I'm in business. Anyway, tonight I get to, if my headache doesn't get worse, we're gonna go see a friend, one of my best friends. Their whole family is like family, and for a game night. Super excited about that. I love a game. Well, thank you. I'm getting toe kisses. And then Sunday, we're going to celebrate my mom's birthday with lunch out. And so that's always fun. But it makes for a really busy weekend, which is super. And I always get energized seeing family and friends, so that part's good. I want to do as little schoolwork as possible and just spend the rest of my weekend resting, because I need to rest the voice, the head, all the things. Anyway, I will catch up with you later at school. Happy Friday, woohoo, or as the kids said, Fri-yay, because we are all happy, all of us, that it's Friday. It was a good week. No, that's not true. Okay, with the kids, it was a good week. It was a good week. The part that stunk is the testing, because it took us 4 days, and I still have 1 not finished in reading and 3 not finished in math. 4 days. And of course, I mean, we're not testing the whole day, but every chance we get when we're not doing direct instruction, I'm giving them be on the computer, finish this darn diagnostic time, and they're not done. So that part of the week stunk, because I am a gal who loves a schedule, and when we have testing, we don't really have a schedule. I mean, we do, but it's a stinky one. Anyway, next week, I said tomorrow will be better because I'm sleeping in for a few minutes, and then next week will be better because we have a whole week together without testing. So hallelujah. Anyway, I'll show you a little bit of what we did today. It was, again, not super cool because we did a fun activity this morning, but because we couldn't. Anyway, I'll show you what we did manage to do. Okay, so I told you earlier this week that we read The Jelly Donut Difference. Really cute book, and in The Jelly Donut Difference, the main characters decide to make a punchki, which is a Polish donut that is either sweet or savory. It could be a jelly donut, as it was in this story, or it could be also savory. We talked about the difference between sweet and savory. And then they got to design their own donut. They were so excited that it got a little ridiculously noisy, but for 22 minutes, by gosh, we had fun. And so, yes, that was all the time we had left, so we took it. And then they wrote what their donut consisted of. So that was the one thing we did today that was kind of fun. And then in math, we did our lesson on our beginning lesson about finding the tens, and then you find the midpoint. You look before or after the midpoint to see, you look at your number to decide if it's before or after the midpoint, and then you choose the closest 10. This gives them some help with rounding. This is again from Not So Wimpy Teacher, and it is in Unit 2, I believe. Yes. It says use with lesson 2.4. So we did that today, as well as the lesson and the exit ticket that went with 2.2. I also gave them, finally, their math kits, which were awesome. They are awesome because they took a lot of love and patience to make. I'll show you one more time what is in our math kit. Here's our math kit. I taped the numbers to the outside. Hopefully, I'll never need this for student number 32, but I kept this one for myself to use. Inside, I'll show you what we put. Okay, again, this is from Not So Wimpy Teacher Math Units, but we put the rounding hundreds chart. They're nice and laminated. The thousands, hundreds, tens, ones mat, and also number lines to do all kinds of things, adding, subtracting on a number line, as well as rounding. So those all are in there. I included a ruler that we had, and everything has the number of the kit on it. They get a pack of 3 dice and 20 game playing pieces, and they also get, and I didn't put their numbers on the game playing pieces, and I didn't also put them on these. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue, but I did put them on the bag. So they have hundreds, tens, ones, and they have an eraser. So, oh, and dry erase marker in there, so they can write either there, or we just let them write right on the tables, erase it off with the eraser, and then we clean them at the end of the day. So that is it. We're still reading Mr. Lemoncello's Library, Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library. Amazing read. If you have not yet read this series, I would say anywhere from 3rd to 5th or 6th grade would love this. 2nd grade would be a little too much, probably. A lot of descriptive writing. It's really well written. Chris Grabenstein is one of my favorite authors. Chris Grabenstein, I think. Anyway, Grabenstein. I can't remember. I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend if you're watching this during the week if you're watching this during the weekend or week, and I will catch up with you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to help me grow my channel and remain positive about the world we live in, because the weekend is always right around the corner. Bye.